Hello, we are watching bees and finding flowers and spending some time outside drinking coffee while trying to rest our body. I've been thinking a lot about the impacts of trauma and of dissociation on our lives. The impacts at this point of being a system, like the having many people, is literally always a positive. Apart from, like, there are some things that are really difficult to navigate together, like sharing space, sharing time, fitting in everyone's activities, like dealing with opposing desires and fears. They're challenging, but I would still never say that being a system was a bad thing for us. It wasn't always like this, so it wasn't always how I felt, but now I would never class that as anything but a beautiful advantage. However, the impacts of trauma, the impacts of dissociation, and the physical health issues and disabilities that come along with them, very separate, very different. Much worse of an impact. Because, like, we can learn to work together as a team, and everything that's difficult about sharing space, we can kind of either grow in acceptance and resilience, or like growing collaboration in terms of managing. There's really not a lot you can do about stuff like chronic fatigue and chronic pain other than learn to pace yourself and accept limits, and I guess find ways here and there to kind of lessen the impact. And that's hard. I don't think that's ever going to not be hard. And really there's not really a plus side to that. Like, if I was really trying, I'd maybe say because of who we chose to be because of this, we have learned to develop resilience, and an ability to be present and intentional about what we're doing that we probably wouldn't have had to develop otherwise. And we've got a tanky AF pain tolerance, so like if I'm really searching for plus sides, I can find some, but mostly those things are really hard. And I was thinking about like the impacts of doing normal things with all of this, because like it's our normal, so it's really difficult to see what's an impact because it just blends into the scenery. I don't have a comparative, but I noticed that since getting back from the conference, which was amazing, we've basically been asleep for like 15-16 hour bursts, like straight, and when we wake up it feels like we haven't rested at all. If anyone watches this and thinks there's something else we could try, like sleeping less, then just know that we have tried everything and we are currently doing what works best, because everything else had worse impacts. So it's not that, it's just that our body really gets taken down a lot by doing things that are comparatively quite normal to other people that don't have chronic illnesses. The pain has been, for the first few days back, it was immense. It was all of our muscles, literally muscles I didn't even know I had, like in the fronts of our shins hurt, everything hurt, and our bones, everything hurt. Our joints felt like they were gonna lift up and dislocate whenever I tried to do something like extend my arm forwards. My shoulder felt like it was gonna come out. I couldn't lift the kettle. I couldn't lift the cup, fuck a kettle. So I'm out of breath from standing up. That's another one. And for the first couple of days back, I was trying to walk just a little bit, and I had to use the cane, which I sometimes have to use, but it didn't help because all of our muscles wouldn't lock in place. It was quite scary walking to the shop, having to have our partner hold us. It took us, it probably took us 15 minutes to make a 3 to 5 minute walk. And during that time, my muscles kept unlocking, and I just kept going down like I was going to fall. Because, if you've done like a lot of exercise and your muscles just won't hold you up and they just buckle, it's just that. But it was every muscle, so using the cane was really hard and didn't really help us because, you need muscles to use the cane. and it was both sides, so it didn't help to have one. It's made us contemplate things like mobility aids and improvements, or maybe different ones we want to consider. It's a whole other processing deal. It's been really hard to think. I think probably from the pain. And our spine and hips are so bad. Can't bend down to grab anything. And it's really hard to get on and off the sofa. Our partner has to help us. This is what we on Tuesday. No sense of time is from normal stuff. That's just because we switch and I'm inside half the time. But I think the conference was on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, but like what, 5 days? I couldn't have even thought about recording something. We could barely like type. And this is normal, is the thing. This is a normal impact from us having gone out to somewhere like a conference. Expect about 1 to 2 weeks recovery time until I'm feeling kind of normal again. So I guess that's an impact. That's several.